gentlemen, welcome back to Crazy Pro-Wrasslin, and welcome back to episode 5 of the Aleister Black story. Folks, if you missed last week's episode, don't forget to check it out. It was an absolutely shocking episode as we saw Drew McIntyre in the corner of Aleister Black during his match with Chris Jericho, and what transpired was absolutely shocking. I cannot believe it. I would recommend you go and check that episode out again. But right now, Drew McIntyre making his way down to the ring to try and explain, or at least he kind of promoted it as his explanation of why he did what he did last week. Because the fans, the WWE Universe, have been asking all week, why, Drew? Why? Why did you do what you did? And folks, I hope that we get a proper explanation tonight. This is Juvera at ringside. Let's take you to it. A lot of you are wondering why I did what I did last week. Truth be told, none of you actually deserve an explanation. However, I shall humor you lot anyways. To keep it simple, because trust me, you people need it, Aleister Black is a fraud. In NXT, he achieved nothing. I, on the other hand, achieved the absolute best prize, the NXT Championship. And then he got injured while facing me for that same title, because let's face it, you could never hang with me. Then the Royal Rumble match comes around and he returns from injury at number 30 and wins it. The next night on Raw, he comes out and says he beat 29 other men to win the Royal Rumble match. Well, that is where I lost it, because I was in that same Rumble match, and I sure as hell don't remember him beating me. Aleister Black does not deserve to be in the Royal Rumble winner. Both Chris Jericho and I are much better than him. So Aleister, if you are man enough, then you will face both me and Chris Jericho at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this Sunday. We want your answer tonight, but we want to hear your answer together. So without further ado, give me a huge welcome to Y2J, Chris Jericho! Well, there you heard it, folks, straight from the horse's mouth. Drew McIntyre saying the reason why he cost Aleister Black the match last week is because he felt Aleister Black did not deserve to win the Royal Rumble match. That he does not deserve to be called the winner. He does not deserve to be in the main event. We're just waiting on Chris Jericho to come out and join his partner Drew McIntyre. And Chris Jericho is really making him wait here. Awfully strange. Jericho usually loves that spotlight, especially right on him, so it's very strange he's making people wait on this, because Jericho really taking his time here. This is a very strange bit. Oh, it's Aleister Black. It seems that your friend right now is a little out of order. What? It's Chris Jericho! I accept your challenge for the Elimination Chamber, but know that it won't be an easy task for you and Chris Jericho. You both will fall at the hands of Aleister Black. But tonight you will get a taste of what it means to fade to black. What? Chris Jericho getting to his feet now. Aleister Black just observing him. Grabs it in. DDT to Chris Jericho onto the floor, and Aleister Black's music is playing. It looks like Aleister Black is going to make his way to the ring. This has to be a huge shock for Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre not prepared for this. But the main thing that's come out tonight is that Aleister Black has accepted the challenge of Drew McIntyre to face both Chris Jericho and Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, at Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And as well as he says that the stipulation for that match, folks, don't forget, this was set early on in previous episodes. If Aleister Black loses that handicap match, he will forfeit his opportunity to fight for a world title at WrestleMania. So that's a huge stipulation set for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. And you have to wonder, is it going to cost Aleister Black? Is it going to be a huge mistake? I see Aleister Black now making his way to the ring. Now Aleister Black running directly to the ring, going straight after Drew McIntyre. Is in the ring. Oh, in for a strike, but Drew McIntyre caught his knee, not being phased by Aleister Black. Running towards him, but Aleister Black reversed whatever move Drew McIntyre was going for there. Aleister Black now on the attack on Drew McIntyre, taking it all to Drew McIntyre, wanting to take Drew McIntyre out of the equation of the match, or at least weaken Drew McIntyre. But Drew McIntyre back in it, gut wrench powerbomb to Aleister Black. Aleister Black made his way to the outside of the ring on the apron. Oh, hanging Drew McIntyre over the rope like that. Aleister Black now back in the ring, going straight back on the attack on Drew McIntyre. Oh, went for a strike in the corner there, and this time, oh, those elbow strikes, those devastating elbow strikes to Drew McIntyre. Aleister Black just saying, yeah, I'm going to take Drew McIntyre out tonight. This is my payback for you costing me the match last week. I can beat you, Drew McIntyre. I can beat Chris Jericho. You guys are not going to take this opportunity away from me. Oh, spinebuster by Drew McIntyre to Aleister Black. The referee just standing in the ring there. Remember, this is not a match, folks. This is an absolute brawl between Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black. So I'm surprised that the referee's just standing there, just not doing anything, just observing it, just as if he's waiting for a superstar to just make the cover. Oh, one big boot, taking Drew McIntyre to the outside of the ring. Aleister Black now goes straight after Drew McIntyre, picking Drew McIntyre up. Oh, he looked to take Drew McIntyre on the shoulder, but Drew McIntyre reversed DDT. Aleister Black now reversing an uppercut to Drew McIntyre. Drop kick into the apron. Oh, that is the hardest part of the ring right there, right on the apron. Oh, Drew McIntyre looked to go, put Aleister Black, apologies folks, tried to get Drew McIntyre on the shoulder again, but Drew McIntyre once again reversed it and strike to the back of Aleister Black's head. Drew McIntyre once again throwing Aleister Black into the ring. Oh, kick to the ribs of Aleister Black there. Apologies for the name confusion, folks. Just a lot to process tonight. There's just so much happening here. Drew McIntyre lifting Aleister Black up again. Oh, what a gut wrench once again. And oh, big boot to Aleister Black. Aleister Black with a fireman's carry. Elbow strike again to Drew McIntyre. Forearm strike in the corner to Drew McIntyre. Aleister Black perhaps signaling the end of taking him out. And went for the springboard moonsault, but just went straight into the sit down in the mat. That might have been a mistake. Went for a high kick there, but Drew McIntyre Irish whipped Aleister Black into the corner. Another Irish whip. Oh, it looked like Aleister Black tried to reverse it there, but Drew McIntyre just kicked Aleister Black in the gut there. Oh, another third gut wrench right there by Drew McIntyre. Now going for a fourth one. Oh, gut wrench once again. Drew McIntyre just taking it straight to Aleister Black, but Aleister Black reversed that move of Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre now rolling to the apron of the ring. What's Aleister Black gonna do here now? Next, what's he gonna do? Oh, went for a strike, then missed. Went to hit the strike this time around, getting Drew McIntyre down on the outside of the ring. Oh, Drew McIntyre just got Irish whipped into that turnbuckle. Drew McIntyre now being Irish whipped onto the ramp. What does Aleister Black have in mind for Drew McIntyre? All I can tell you, folks, is that cannot be good. Cannot be anything easy. It will definitely hurt Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre uppercut to Aleister Black. Drew McIntyre just, clothesline, short arm clothesline to Aleister Black there. Aleister Black reversing a high kick. This time connecting with that high kick to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre and Aleister Black just taking each other. Remember, this just a heated rivalry now, and just absolutely, these two suits just absolutely hate each other. Aleister Black grabbing the leg of Drew McIntyre into an elbow strike. Drew McIntyre reversed the strike there. See the shot of the crowd. And the referee, now new referee, just interjected himself. The two just striking each other, just brawling with each other back and forth. The referees and security now having to be involved. But now going straight after each other, not letting the security and referees take after each other. Folks, this has been an awesome episode. Thank you for joining us. I'm excited for Elimination Chamber. Folks, it's going to be one hell of a contest at Elimination Chamber in this handicap match. Folks, who will end up becoming the winner? Will Aleister Black advance to WrestleMania, or will Drew McIntyre and Chris Jericho take that spotlight? Folks, thank you for joining on this another episode of the Aleister Black story. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. More content coming to you soon. I will see you next time.